Hi, Nick Jackman here, MedTech World 2025, Day 1. Rich Simmonds here from Orthoson. Good to have you.
Hi, Nick.
Hi. You're here, you're spreading good news. There's a solution to lower back pain.
There's a solution to a lot of low back pain. So actually, it's that intervertebral disc that really is really the start of most back pain. And the problem often with any implant is you kind of remove it and replace it. Well, evolution's better than that. So what we do instead is preserve the existing structure, and we inject a biomaterial into that existing disc, the degenerating disc, to restore it. It has a mechanical effect, but because we're rehydrating and because we're having that mechanical effect, it has a profound effect on the biology too. So we're affecting the pain, but also the causes of degeneration.
So a biomaterial that behaves the same as the original?
Yeah, it's a synthetic polymer, but it's mostly water. And because it's mostly water, it's an ideal scaffold, if you like, for new tissue to grow through, new cells to form within the implant. It becomes part of a restored disc.
Oh, has this been tried before, the idea of using it as scaffolding idea?
There are scaffold biomaterials in other spaces, do very, very different technologies, but no one is doing this in the intervertebral disc. Nobody is doing this for back pain.
Right, and there's very few interventions that can be made. You know, it's a huge global problem. Obviously, you know, we're human beings as part of the human condition, and this is adding completely to that mix. What has the reception been like to the product in the market?
So actually, we're still preclinical. We're still at the stage where we are asking the FDA for permission to start a clinical trial, but that's imminent. And actually, we have a long list of patients, but also, most importantly, interventional pain physicians, spine surgeons, who are really very keen to get started with this. We just need the permissions and all the regulatory approvals, and we go.
Cool. Talk me through the hypothetical. I guess the data collection now, get on, we get approvals. Case study theory, as you guys imagine the life cycle of a patient from, I guess, diagnostic to utilization of this through the life cycle. Can you talk me through a case study?
Yeah, so patient has back pain, goes to the doc, and they have physiotherapy. That's an easy decision to make, an easy decision to pay for. Then maybe they have minimally invasive injections. It can be a steroid, a nerve block, something like that. But it's only going to give you a couple of weeks relief. And then what you're going to do, if that still doesn't work, or if that pain comes back, you could have a surgery, remove the disc, replace it either with a fusion or a total disc replacement, but you're unlikely to want to do that. And you've created this huge gap in that continuum, that patient care pathway. That's where we want to fit in. So to avoid the patient needing to go towards opioid, we're saying our intervention is safe like a conservative care, safe like those minimally invasive injections, but it gives you the promise of durable relief from those symptoms rather than transient. So safe, easy decision, cost effective, and a durable. And you can still have any of those other treatments afterwards if in the event it's not successful.
Talking durability, I guess expected lifespan of the product inside the body.
So it's a permanent implant. We expect it to give durable relief. I mean, what does durable mean? It's difficult to say, especially when we're preclinic. But my guess is going to be certainly years. All of our economics suggest that as long as we can give the patient about a year of relief where they don't need another treatment, it's paid for itself. The trouble with, say, making 10-year predictions is we're all going to be 10 years older in 10 years, and who actually knows what will have happened. But it's certainly safe permanently and should give medium and probably long-term relief from symptoms.
I'm looking forward to being an option on the market and approval been given. Thanks for being with us, Mr. Simmonds.
It's been a pleasure, Nick. Thanks very much.